So some of us this morning have had some flurries. We'll just keep the chance for a rain or snow shower today, but overall seeing mainly clouds. Highs are going to be in the upper 30s to the low 40s. Later on, it turns breezy and it's going to start to feel much colder. As we look at our radar and satellite, any of these snow showers part of a cold front that is dropping in, and this is what's going to usher in the changes for this weekend. We'll have the cold air in place as we watch our storm system that is still off near New Mexico. So near the Four Corners, it's going to continue to work its way across the country, evolving, pulling up moisture from the Gulf and the mid-Atlantic, eventually getting closer to us by late Saturday, and then the peak of this especially heading into a Sunday morning and sticking around throughout Sunday. So looking at what we have for the potential, the farther inland that you are, this is where this is going to be a snow event, so really outside of 128. And then because we have water temperatures that are in the low to mid 40s, and there's going to be a little bit of an onshore breeze, likely getting a mix closer to the coast, and then mainly rain across Cape Cod and Nantucket. So as we put this into our future forecast for this weekend, most of Saturday, you're good to go. The only thing you'll notice into the early afternoon, some ocean effect snow showers, but you can see by about 5 o'clock off in the distance, here's our snow shield that's going to approach us, reaching us by, I'd say, 10 o'clock to about midnight Saturday and hanging around into Sunday. We'll take a closer look at the impacts ahead. Mostly cloudy out there right now. Temperatures are going to be dropping today, feeling much colder over the next 24 hours. Setting the stage for our snowstorm this weekend. We'll talk about it ahead. I want to note that over the next 24 hours, one thing that might shock you, it's going to start to turn colder. And even in tomorrow morning, we're going to have some pretty cold wind chills that'll be in the single digits. So that's another big thing to watch for despite the weekend storm. That's probably our big weather talker for you. As we look at our radar and satellite, we've had some snow and rain showers this morning, and you can see it's continuing to drift across southern New England. This is part of a cold front that is dropping in, and with it, it's going to usher in some colder air that'll be with us heading into the weekend. Our current conditions, it's 33 in Worcester, 37 in Bedford, 39 in Boston. Still have that wind that is mainly out of the southwest, but eventually once we get that front to move through, it's going to switch out of the northwest, pulling in some of that colder air. High temperatures today, mainly in a range of the low 40s, and we'll continue to see mostly cloudy conditions. I think the big aspect of today is you're going to notice later on, it'll start to turn gusty with winds moving quick out of the northwest, gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour. And this is going to make it feel much colder, feeling like the 20s later on this evening. But of note, into tomorrow, feeling like the single digits for some of us, you want to bundle up. And even throughout the day, it's going to feel like the 20s with that chilly breeze. Thankfully, we'll have a lot of sunshine and temperatures will be in the low 30s. We hold on to temperatures in the 30s Saturday, and the colder air is with us late Saturday and into Sunday. That is the timing for our weekend storm that is currently spinning across the Four Corners. It'll continue to evolve as it works across the country, pulling up moisture from the Gulf and then also the Atlantic before it continues to track toward us, impacting us, as I mentioned, in that time frame for this weekend. So let's pick this up, take a closer look at what we can expect. Right now, we're still looking at the best chance of significant snow, where you're seeing this blue shading. So most likely chance for 6 inches or higher, really outside of 495, where the snow is going to be a little bit fluffier there. Wetter snow is possible within this white shading. So along the coast, there is going to be some mixing as we get more of that milder air working off of the ocean water. We pick up our future forecast, I'd say by 10 o'clock, and then closer to midnight is when we start to get some of this snow shield working on in. It's going to be snowing through the overnight hours, especially for inland locations, more of a moderate snow into Sunday morning, and this is where travel could be tricky. You can still see that pink, it's a mix along the coast before the colder air wraps in, and this turns to snow for most of us, but it will be lighter by the end of Sunday. So your biggest storm impact is going to be the travel disruption into Sunday, especially if you're heading to the Patriots game. Luckily, you know, it's not a work day, a school day, so hopefully you can stay home for this one. And those biggest impacts are going to be felt into Sunday morning. As we look at our 7-day forecast, this should be out of here by Monday morning, but it could still be slick. And then we're watching another storm by about midweek.